Hello, Trad. This will be the YouTube intro. How are you doing today? I don't think you should have to sit here by yourself. Instagram's just telling me there's people coming. But I just wanted to say hi. Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. So yeah. Priming up the right now, just waiting for the lobby to load. It'll be another 15-minute live. I'm trying to keep them short. There's not a lot of demand for it, so. But there's a lot to go through, so. Okay. I'll give it another minute or so. I have so much to cover. I'm not used to these live streams either. So impatient today, you'll have to forgive me. I hope the music isn't too loud. Okay, we'll get into it then. So where to start today? Today is such a big deal, I had to bring my book out. Good evening. I'm Maker Melwright, known as the Free Heathen, also known as your favorite space pirate. I just want to say thank you. It's the Instagram's been going wild on both accounts. The Twitter's been going wild on both of the accounts. I'll explain why in a minute, but I just want to say thank you for being involved. Thank you for having an interest, and thank you for watching these videos. I put some effort into them, probably more than I should, but I love you guys. You guys are wonderful. And you know, Friday night, 11 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Pacific, can't go wrong, right? So, I'm taking commissions and collabs again. All 4 packages have made it to their homes. I should be getting feedback from them soon. I've got a little bit of feedback from a couple people, just lightly. It's not a big deal, but yes, all 4 packages have made it to their homes. They're now happy with their new owners. I'm super excited. So, here's the big news. I am now a sponsored 3D designer for Thangs.com. They approached me through Twitter. It was friggin' awesome. I'm so proud of it. I'm so excited by it. You can check out all my new work there. Actually, because it's so exciting for me, I was talking to Seth, and Seth is doing all the write-ups for all the toys that we're putting on there. So they all have a little bit of lore, and there's a story that goes with each toy and what planet it's on, and it's really exciting. So it's there if you're interested. Now, what would really help me out is if you like it and download each one, but no pressure. Yeah, that Seth bit was so cool. When he's like, yeah, sure. I couldn't believe it. He kind of blew my mind when he's like, yeah, no problem. I don't mind doing that. So he does a little bit. He wrote a big chunk of lore, and it defines all the planets, and then he wrote a bunch of lore for all the machines and stuff, and it's wonderful, guys. You guys really need to check that out, because each one just blows me away. So getting back to the gentleman questions, I asked quite a few people if they were carrying pens and notebooks. And actually it's kind of a 50-50 split in that division. And then it kind of gets a little weirder after that. But what ends up happening is, like me, a lot of people end up using their cell phone as a notepad. When I used to work in the field all the time, you couldn't carry a notepad because the rain would destroy it. So you get a semi-waterproof case or a waterproof case for your phone, and you're able to write or draw or take notes on your phone, as well as take photos. My next phone, I sure hope to have a thermal imaging camera on it, or near flare. That'd be friggin' awesome. Yeah, like, because then you could hot source everything, and it'd be just outstanding for me. I would really love the next time I get a cell phone that if it had IR. But it's interesting because a few people were very clear on the type of pens they liked. No one was very clear on the notebook, so I assume a lot of people use a notebook about the same size as mine. It's easy to move around. I carry mine in my backpack. I always have 1 or 2 books with me, and pens and stuff. Now, recently, I've gotten into gentleman's culture and stuff like Gentleman's Gazette, Bespoke Post, things like that. And I ended up getting a fountain pen. And the difference with a fountain pen is the style of the tip. So that tip can get really small or really big, depending on the style of fountain pen you want. And then they use a cartridge. I also have an anti-gravity NASA pen that was given to me by my travel buddy. Which is funny because another gentleman was very specific about having an write in water upside down pen as well. And I thought that was really outstanding because to me, that's forethought. Like having a fountain pen is great, but when it gets wet, it's junk. So that sort of ballpoint gel upside down writing, yeah, it's awesome. My NASA pen's really great, but I love the point it gives you so when you draw, because with a fountain pen, the fun thing about a fountain pen is depending on the pressure you apply, opens the tip and the more ink will flow. So you can go from a really fine point and get a really heavy line to like taking a really big tip and getting a fine point if you're careful. It takes some practice. I'm not very good. I also know you might reference them as calligraphy pens, but general statement is fountain. So scent was another big one for me. I don't really know what to wear for cologne. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I think I smell pretty good the way I am. So I generally don't wear cologne. I wear a a mild body deodorant, of course. But in general, I try to stay away from anything with aluminum oxide in it. Just because my experience is heavy metals and light metals and metals in your pores is not a good sign. So what ended up happening was I purchased a solid cologne that was cypress and juniper berry. And that was for me, very delicious. It had a very clean smell, very woodsy smell, which I enjoy. You have to remember I work around trees and metal and oil and stuff. That's like my favorite, right? And, nothing like ripping up a tree in the wrong spot with a chainsaw, let me tell you. But the one scent that ended up being really, really popular is Creed. I don't own Creed, but at least 4 people said that they love it. It's not necessarily their all wear, like they don't wear it all day. It's mostly their evening scent, and they loved it. So that one really stood out to me. I just have to flip through here because I was short on my notes. 2 seconds here. Hugo Boss. Yeah, this is Dandy McBull. He made the best point. Yeah, Hugo Boss, vanilla and apple. So I gotta look for that because I don't know. He didn't know what it was, specifically the name, but I'm looking for that smell. So that'd be cool because I really like that. The vanilla and apple together, I think, is a nice fit. But I'll be honest with you, I still want burnt steel, cedar, like way too much cedar, like you're eating it, and rancid hydraulic fluid. Yeah, that would be the best man smell possible. Everybody would love that shit. Oh, I'm not supposed to cuss. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I don't think all my gentleman friends are a fan of that one, but and maybe some like rich gasoline smell mixed in there a little bit, like real like you're out in the shop. Oh, anyway, yeah, we're making really good time today. Okay, so yeah, that was sense. That apple vanilla Hugo Boss stands out to me. Creed is another one I'll be looking into. If you have a recommendation, please do. Oh, and of course, the gentleman, when I push them, okay? So, A. Gregory Michael, when pushed, he pressed, always a pen, always notebook, not up for debate. And then I was like, oh, what kind of pens do you like? Oh, well, I carry a Mont Blanc or two. And I was like, yeah, of course you do. Of course you carry the fanciest of the fancy pens that I know about. Of course you do. Of course you do. You're hilarious. You're awesome. Awesome. Great. Now I need a Mont Blanc. Thanks, dude. Okay. Uh, yeah, and so like for a usual scent, he likes like Cuban tobacco and Creed. But like Cuban tobacco is more of like a candle scent or a room scent. So yes, the Mont Blanc is a pricey. The tips are 18 karat gold. It is not jeweler's gold. It is meant to allow the pen to ride in the ink and travel easier on the script. I'm dead serious. I couldn't believe it. Gentleman's Gazette covers that very pen. That's like how popular that pen is. But it is pricey. This is not. This is a wonderful medium point. So, and then bags. This is sort of like a little ad today, so you have to hang in here with me. A lot of people had mixed feelings about bags, and almost no one would say, well, I carry a briefcase. So nobody was really, one or two people were interested in the crossbodies, but not like the more modern crossbodies, more the classic like leather style, as well as leather messenger bags and backpacks were quite popular among the men. And then you got guys like me who are like, oh, I have a backpack. So my travel backpack is actually a high security, low profile backpack. It's very hard to break into when I travel. But my general backpack is basically any pop themed backpack I can get. And actually I was given a gift at Christmas for a Nuka-Cola backpack. So I wear a Nuka-Cola backpack. And it tends to look a little funny with my suit jacket, but you know what? Too bad. Yeah, and then what was the other one? Yeah, bags were really fun, because it was one of those, it was a lot like the casual jackets. A lot of people didn't really know what to make with it. Oh, and yeah, we'll get into that one later. So, I got a few minutes left here. I just want to go over, yeah, pencils, no one carries it, ballpoint pen, no notebook. Yeah. But when people say they don't carry a pen or notebook, they generally mean, well, yeah, because I use my cell phone instead. So, and then, okay, so I'm getting back to my notes. I'm trying. Oh, okay. So I have a small anecdotal set of stories to tell you, and they are just, I don't know what to do with them. I don't think they have any value or if they mean anything. And I don't mean to inspire you to use this, but let's go. I receive a lot of rejection in my processes of trying to grow this channel and trying to grow my designs and trying to expand and reach new people and hear their voices to temper my own. So sometimes I will do things like approach strangers or famous people and try to develop a kinship or a friendship. When I interact with people, my goal is to have a friendship. So if you DM me and we're working on a project, we're probably friends. I only make cool things for cool people. I make stuff for me. I will continue to make stuff for me. Everyone is allowed an opinion. I'm just not going to listen. So if you collab with me, yeah, teamwork is the dream work, you know that. But the anecdotal stories go back to, okay, so as I said at the beginning of the stream, I just became sponsored by Thangs. And that blew me out of the water. So I am now a sponsored 3D designer. That blew me out of the water. Anyway. But this all started, okay? I started 3D printing. I didn't really imagine I would get into making my own designs. I never assumed that. I felt the environment was a cool one. You can make lots of toys. There's got to be people out there making tons of stuff all the time, right? So I never really dreamed about it. And then when I had a producer, she was able to find me a program that allowed me to design toys. And I designed some stuff and blah, 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 blah. I didn't really go. I made a widget for my home and things like that. And And then I took a turn, which this may not go the same way for everyone. So I just don't want you to feel like I'm giving you advice, because I'm not. I reached out to hip hop artists in my local community, ones that had gone international, but still touch me. Like when I listen to their music, like there's one particular artist I happen to really like. I make content for him and I. And when I say I make content for him and I mean I make content I think is cool and that I think he might think is cool. He's never replied, never asked. He's only ever replied when I show him something, and he's always polite and always kind. I recently made a video and reached out to him and told him that it was because he enjoyed my first design of my monster truck. And because he, every time I make something and I send it to him, he's got nothing but kind words. It's weird how that little strange support from that stranger when I could make a targeted item, how much that meant to me. And I know you don't put value, one should never put value on others' opinions. But what's cool to me is that I was able to think about it, focus on it, target it, and then make an item that appealed to that person as well. And I don't know if other people get to experience that. I don't know if other people have it worse than that. But just realize that for that one person I got to talk to, and I haven't talked to him, I just sent him stuff and then I get a short message back, which are all very polite, very kind, and well beyond what he needs to do. Where was I going with this? There's a lot of rejection. I push the book sometimes, I push ideas, I reach out to designers, I watch live streams, I push content to try and get involved with people. I'm not interested in selling anything. That's why Thanks was so cool to me. I'm not interested in that. I make things that are cool, and if you guys like them, that's cool. I wear what I want when I want. I'm going to show you guys the world that I get to experience. That's what this is all about. So a moment like that is pretty wonderful. So then I don't know if I want to use his name because, again, like I say, it's not a friendship. Like, it's just I make things for him and he thinks they're cool. But I will shout out Joshua Coburn. Joshua Coburn is for sure a inspirational writer, and he just moved down to Nicaragua. He's the man with the 3 dots and the big beard, if you don't know. He is legit a nice guy. He legit wants to see a better world, and I love to see that. He was very nice to me. When I said to him I was interested in pursuing a career as an entertainer, he said the one thing that I struggle with, find something to sell people. Well, Josh, I got you beat here. I give it away for free. The book is for sale, yes, blah, blah. And then I just want to shout out Veggie Spidey, him here on Instagram. He has a funny way of just hitting me up at the right time with the right words to say the right thing. And I just... right on you, dude. So this is where I beg you guys stuff. I hate this part. They say I have to do it. It's a thing. Okay. Please go to fangs.com/thefreeheathen and like my work, download my work. It's free. Please. I hate this. I hate this so much. Show your friends, show your friends' grandmas, show people who don't even 3D print. Because my stuff, with Seth doing all this extra work, you gotta see it. It's unbelievable. Take a look, see what you can. I'll put everything in the links below. Lots of love from me to you. Lots of luck from me to you. Because I've got so much coming out of me now, I would share with you all I can. I'd actually give you extra if I could. So here's all the luck I can give you, friends. Welcome, tribe. And then, we just want to shout out to 3D_Uncle Phil. Probably one of the coolest printing guys out there. He's printed one of my designs before, I custom made for him, but still, just an awesome, super supportive dude. And Kill Onions? Kill Onions? DM me. You and your Bane, you need to DM me. You're tight. You're rock and roll. We need to talk. Stop. Don't post ideas on the web. I will buy your designs. I'm cool, but don't do that. Bad. Shh. Banehood. Shh. Don't tell anyone. And yeah. So just in passing, thank you for tuning in. I'll be posting this to YouTube. We ran a little long. Sorry about that. It's good times. And if you need anything, I'm looking for collabs and work for commissions. Drop me a line in my DMs. Yeah. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in.